Tony Rizzo just went off on the Cleveland Browns, calling out the front office, the coaches, and even the quarterback. His message was clear. It's time to stop making excuses and start Shedeur now.
Dylan Gabriel looked like Dylan Gabriel. His luck finally ran out with the picks. He also gave up a safety. Chris, I've seen enough. I said I've seen enough last week. But if Shedeur can't stay healthy, you're going to get him on the field. Chris, did he work out on the field before the game?
Yeah, tried to get loose and get ready.
How do you get hurt? They won't even let the kid play.
Riz, I can't explain it.
Phantom back injury, huh? Okay.
Dylan Gabriel, this fake supercomputer they said he was, processing super fast and all that, man, whatever. This man should have thrown 9 interceptions. They finally caught 2 of them. I told y'all the Patriots was going to catch him and expose Dylan Gabriel, man. But, hey, Shedeur injury, who knows, man? I don't know what it is. I really do think it's the devil playing with him just because the opportunities that he could actually get in the game, even during the preseason, where he missed that one preseason game, when it's time and Dylan Gabriel play horrible, Shedeur get hurt. Just surprisingly, Shedeur is hurt every time Dylan Gabriel play bad. I'm talking about extremely bad to where you can make no excuses for Dylan Gabriel and need to pull him out the game, but Shedeur was hurt. The preseason game and then this game. I don't know what it is.
Chris, I've heard from people around the league that cannot believe the Browns have not prepared Shedeur Sanders to play, and they're 2-6, and it's what are you waiting for? Are you waiting till you're 2-12 when it doesn't mean anything? And then who cares?
It doesn't mean anything now. You're 2-6. You're not going anywhere.
So what are they waiting for?
Riz, I don't know. Now is a perfect time to make the change. Does anybody really think running Dylan Gabriel out there he's going to get better? The answer is no. So why not make the change? You have 2 weeks to prepare Shedeur.
They won't do it.
Of course they won't, because nothing they have done starting since the end of the year last year at the quarterback position has made
any sense.
Nothing has made sense.
And for that reason alone, Chris, the front office needs to go. You need to change everything.
I'll tell you when they're going to make that change. When Shedeur got to re-up for a new contract after 4 years, that's when they're going to make that change. The way the Browns been moving, I told y'all, man, they actions speak louder than words. Why would anybody be surprised that the Browns say they developing Shedeur, but ain't ready to play him, saying he not ready, he not developed, he need to learn this, he need to learn that. Man, the offense is so simple, it ain't too much that Shedeur need to learn. Now, if he just all the way out there and just boo-boo the fool and was in the small group classes, come on, bro. This offense is not hard to learn. It ain't nothing spectacular about it. It ain't nothing difficult. Learning Mandarin versus English, Andrew Barry, come on now. Something got to be the real thing. And I told y'all, my opinion, my theory is they trying to bury him on the depth chart, man, because mysterious injuries pop out of nowhere, and then you will not play Shedeur at all. You ain't even thinking about Shedeur. Kevin said it himself. He ain't even thinking about Shedeur, man. I don't understand it, bro. When have the fans seen enough of Dylan Gabriel and this mediocre, terrible quarterback play when you got a good defense over there that gonna keep bending until they break, and then you see what happens when they get put in bad field position and the offense can't score nothing? When is enough enough?
I'm calling out ownership. I'm calling out Jimmy D and J.W. Johnson. How are you going to sell this to me and the rest of your fan base? You can't bring these people back. You can't. Do you think they'll try to bring back Andrew? Probably. Blow it up. Blow it up. It's okay. It's okay. Nothing they're doing right now is working. Nothing. And I don't want to hear about 2 good draft picks from 6 years. Where are the receivers? Where's the quarterback? 6 years this guy's had to build my... I brought in a strategy guy who hired a GM, and 7 years later, I don't have a quarterback. The one good one I had, they ran out of town. And then they made one of the worst trades in the history of football. How do you keep your job after that? You don't overthink it.
Call him out, Rizzo, but Jimmy Haslam a billionaire. He ain't worried about these coaches. He ain't worried about the Cleveland Browns. He worried about building that new stadium so he can make all this money outside of the Cleveland Browns using the Cleveland Browns. Because the reason why you build a stadium is not for the Cleveland Browns. You build it for them concerts. Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and all them other Memphis Blink and all them other high-profile artists that gonna come through. WrestleMania, sports events, college, national championship, and bowl games. That's why you build this stadium. You don't build it for the losing mentality, losing organization of the Cleveland Browns. They don't deserve a new stadium. You do it to put more money in your pocket. Of course, he's going to keep Kevin and Andrew Berry in their position. They do, boys. They do exactly what he say and say exactly what he want them to say, which is nothing. They don't give us nothing when they talk to the media, when they talk to the press. All they could have said was, and came out in the beginning, this is not a quarterback competition. We going to have one. We going to see which which vet going to start the season, Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett. Then we going to develop the two rookies. That's what they could have said. That's exactly what they could have said. But no, they want to be secretive because they want the Cleveland Browns in the media every day. You got the hottest commodity that was on the market in Shedeur Sanders, and he got your team name and logo and franchise on television every day, on the internet, everywhere, talking about you everywhere. Why you ain't playing Shedeur? Oh, Dylan Gabriel better than Shedeur. Oh, what the Cleveland Browns gonna do? Kevin getting talked about, Andrew getting talked about, Jimmy getting talked about. Your whole franchise is making money off Shedeur. Of course, they not gonna play Shedeur because they got them at a steep discount. They gotta keep the money flowing in as long as possible, and the expectation and the speculation as long as possible, so it can build up to the finale when they finally do eventually play Shedeur and sell out the stadium. And that might be in the new one.
You brought back Myles Garrett, Chris, for $100-some million guaranteed, and he's playing his ass off. And what's your record?
You have 2 wins.
You got beat by 19 points, and the guy had 5 sacks. You need a quarterback. It's a quarterback-driven league, not a defensive end-driven league. Of course, you need good defensive ends. You need edge rushers. They complement a good offense. Your offense is terrible. It's the same script. How many times do I have to see the same script?
Tell them again, Tony, you need a quarterback. You drafted 2 in this draft, and you have yet to play one. Kevin stood up there and said after the game, we got to evaluate every position. We got to look at the quarterback position. What are we doing wrong? I'm telling you what you're doing wrong. And you think you know what you need to do? You know what you need to do. Start Shedeur. Why is it so difficult just to put the man in the game? Why is it so difficult that your pride, that you got to prove yourself right by drafting Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round? You got to prove to everybody and force everybody to see Dylan Gabriel for what he is, and we seeing it, and you still can't put Shedeur in, even after that, just because you want to prove yourself right. Just be a man, bro. Be a man, Kevin. Be a man, Kevin, and just say, look, I made a mistake. We should have never drafted Dylan Gabriel at all. And if you did want to draft Dylan Gabriel, we should have took Shedeur first and drafted Dylan Gabriel in the 7th round, and maybe even signed him undrafted. That's what we should have did. But vice versa, collateral collusion from the NFL. We had to get Shedeur in the 5th round, even though I didn't want him. That's what you need to say, Kevin. Just man up and admit that you was wrong. Jimmy said it. That was Andrew Berry's pick. And I still say Andrew Berry, for right now, is on Shedeur's side.
Something's changing after the bye.
You think?
Nothing's changing. What?
Like
Tommy
person,
Reese,
They're going to do something. It's going to be Shedeur and Tommy Reese show. That's what it's going to be.
Shedeur is not playing, bro. They're not going to play Shedeur.
I think that Kevin wanted to see Gabriel. And Kevin liked Gabriel in the draft process.
If that's the quarterback in this draft,
That's what he picked. That's what he picked.
Thought could win in the
Yes.
NFL?
Yeah.
Well, that's a problem.
Everybody
Kevin
said-
shouldn't be evaluating talent. Chris, here's what I don't want. I don't want anyone in that front office hiring a new coach or GM. I don't want the current edition. I don't want that. And it's deep and that's done. I don't want it. Number 2, I don't want Andrew drafting that quarterback next year. I don't. And number 3, I don't want Stefanski coaching him in that offense. I don't.
Rizzo is fed up with this whole Cleveland Browns front office and his coaching staff, man. He want everybody out of there. And then what do y'all think the change going to be after the bye week? Like I told y'all, man, it's yet to come, but it should be coming this week. Something going to come out about Shedeur to the point to where it hit national headlines. I'm talking about like when Albert Beer spread them lies about Shedeur in the pre-draft process, and then Adam Schefter came out right before the Ravens game and said that about Shedeur. He's supposed to got drafted by the Ravens and all that. Something gonna come out about Shedeur, man. I don't see Shedeur playing after this bye week at all. I'm just saying, I'm just being honest. I want him to play, but the way the Browns move, I don't see him playing maybe until the Tennessee Titans game, maybe a week before that. But I'm pretty sure Jimmy Haslam wants Shedeur to start a home game so they can sell out, because that's exactly what's going to happen when they announce that Shedeur started. They're going to sell out the whole stadium. So I'm figuring it's going to be against Cam Ward, the number 1 overall draft pick, versus Shedeur Sanders, that should have been the number 1 overall draft pick, down there, out there in Hunter Bank Field up there in Cleveland, toe-to-toe rookies going at it, sellout crowd, sellout stadium, national headlines, all on NFL.com. That's what I'm expecting.
My savages! Moneymane in the thing of a T and playing no games. Should I already know my name when I speak NCC flame. Got my YouTube popping, man. Like, subscribing, everything in between. You already know. Moneymane! You already know.